So, and immigration is a fire point for a lot of people. And when I first ran for mayor, I proposed pretty much exactly what I say today. And that is that we've got to make sure the conditions at the border are humane. I think right now we've got to put more resources to make sure that we deal with the humanitarian crisis. I also believe that we've got to make, 5 years ago, we were investing $700 million a year. Sounds like a huge amount of money. But in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, so what they call the Northern Triangle, that's where almost all these refugees are coming from. Even at the end of the Obama administration, they started cutting back. And then, of course, Trump has ended that. That's a huge reason why we've got this gigantic surge of refugees making those investments. And they don't have to be grants, they can be investments in small businesses and helping create a stable economy that are ruled by law, so you don't force people to flee where they were raised. They don't want to leave, right? And again, we're spending way more than that. You look at what we're going to spend over the next 12 months or the next 24 months at our border. $750 million is never cheap. That's just the bottom line. So deal with the humanitarian issue at the border, but also address the source of the refugees. But let's look at the overall reality, right? That we are so overdue. I said this in 2003. We were so overdue for a comprehensive solution. And my solution, and not everyone agrees with me, I know if I pick a fight, I think we need secure borders. I think we have to secure the border. I don't think we need a wall. I mean, there are all kinds of ways we can secure the border. I think we need an ID system that works, which now we have in the United States. We now have all 50 states have a secure form of identification in these new counterfeit-proof driver's licenses. So you need an ID system that works. I think we've got, they estimate we have 11 million people undocumented that are here. About 10 million of them are working. Right now, and these are just numbers, we have 7.5 million job openings that are unfilled, and about 6.3 million people looking for work. Now we also have another 6 million people that are underemployed. But right now, we could not possibly afford to send those 11 million people out of the country. So I think you just got to face the reality, give them all a 10-year visa, and get an extension if they need it. Again, they broke the law, so they can't just get immediately right in line for citizenship. But after some penalty, they should be able to have the right, just like this country has always done, to become citizens. And then the last thing, we've got to hold our businesses accountable. You can't have businesses paying people under the table, because that's what creates the system. If people don't obey the law, there's got to be consequences, or we should change the law. No one wants to obey it. And I think that's a large reason why so many people on both sides of the debate are against a comprehensive solution, because they think, oh, we're going to give some sort of, allow these 10-year visas for all the workers that are here illegally. And then suddenly we're going to end up, we're going to create the same problem again. There's got to be penalties. If a business is paying under the table, there should be severe penalties, enough so that they don't do it. When I ran for re-election as governor in 2014, I met 3 different guys who had been small business owners. One of them had a sheetrock company, one had concrete foundations, one of them had a commercial painting company. All 3 had gone bankrupt because they wouldn't pay under the table. And 2 of these guys had raised families, put their kids through college. One of those 2 guys was actually sleeping on a sofa bed in the basement of his daughter. And for a person who built his own business, and then he couldn't compete because he wouldn't pay under the table, that's not America. And I think we just have to, there's going to be a huge pushback from the business community. They're going to say, no, that's not the solution. We need to do all this. Secure the border, have an ID system that works, make sure we deal with all the 11 million people that are living in the shadows now, but we also have to make sure that we don't recreate the system and have businesses cheating. Yeah.